Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fine, and today we are going to discuss the last topic of this lesson, that is the Delhi Sultan, the Sultanate in 15th and 16th century. So I hope you understand last few topics, and if you please go through the textbook page number 41, that is Alauddin Khalji and Muhammad Tughlaq, difference between Alauddin Khalji and Muhammad Tughlaq, and you will find there is quite difference in his period and that period. You can find there is period of 13th century of Muhammad Alauddin Khalji, where you find uh, here he had defeated Muhammad Tughlaq has defeated in the time of what you call 14th century. So you can find a lot of difference between these two. And one more important thing I would like to discuss with you, Razia Sultan. This Razia Sultan, she became a first woman who had ruler, not other. So I think so I discussed many things about Razia Sultan, and I would like to put a video on this Razia Sultan, and let me discuss 1, 2, 3 points of the Razia Sultan from your it is there in your textbook. And even in 1236 Sultan Iltumit's daughter Razia Sultan, she became a ruler, and according to chronicle Miraj-e-Siraj, he recognized that she was more able and qualified than all his brother, but she was not comfort to have a queen as a ruler. So nor where the noble were happy, where the people were not also happy. So they, because she is a woman, and that time ego was more, people having more ego. So she was removed from her throne, that is 1240. Hardly she, if you count, it is here 4 years, but she was very capable. So next point here, how they have people used to say, see this, I have made one small comic, like you can find in the inscription coin of Razia Sultan mentioned, she is the daughter of all these things, it is mentioned in your textbook. So on her inscription coins of Razia Sultan mentioned that she is a daughter of Sultan Iltutmish. This was a contrast of the Queen Rudra Devi, that is in the Karkatya dynasty in Warangal. She was also one of the women ruler and modern Andhra Pradesh. And Rudma Devi changed her name and pretend she has another queen like a Didda. That time they changed the name because the woman can't be a ruler, so they changed the name. And one more Kashmiri girl, her name was Rudrama Devi, and earlier was Kaika, she is from Warangal. So you can find in your textbook this is mentioned, and here title interesting, it's come Didi. Didi means elder sister, and it was mentioned in your textbook page number 33. So next point we will talk about the Sultanate of 15th and 16th century, that was after Tughlaq and Khalji, they were over in after 15th and 16th century. So if you see the tables once again, you will notice that Tughlaq and where, and after Tughlaq Sayyid has come, and after Sayyid Lodhis used to come in Agra till 1526. So Lodhi's dynasty rules Delhi and Agra. By then Gujarat, Malwa, Rajasthan, as an entire south also independent rulers were there. Now they not even this one. Tughlaq and Khaljis were not there. After Tughlaq and Khaljis, Lodhis has come. Then the state developed under the rule of Sher Shah Suri. He was very strong. Till now he more powerful, were small but very powerful, and he was established a system of administration. Then what happened, which he had done very good administration, by that he became a model, ruler at that time, which he became a model of the future rulers. New kingdoms such as Janapur, Bengal, Malwa, Rajasthan, Gujarat, all South India, and all the new ruling groups such as Afghanis, Rajput came finally into Delhi Sultanate. In first lesson we discussed about Rajputanas. Now it is a time when the Rajputanas come in 16th century and they fight with the British. You must know this. Then we will talk about some of and here some states are in that period were small, extremely. Sher Shah Suri I discussed with you, and he was very strong. After that Alauddin, then the Mughal territory comes into the existence. Then these are some important things I would like to tell you. Firoz Shah Tughlaq established Four towns: Firozabad, these are the facts I am talking about, Faitabad, Jananpur and Hisar. This period of Indian history from 1206 to 1526, when the five Muslim-based kingdoms ruled India, is known as Delhi Sultanate, and Razia Sultan was the first and only woman who ascended the throne in Delhi. Hindu text says that Delhi was called as Hastinapur, meeting into elephant, and in the Sanskrit we can find out. And next we will see the India Gate. These are all the important things what we discuss in this facts we can say. India Gate in the Delhi is commemorate the sacrificing more than 90,000 Indian soldiers who died in the First World War and the Third Anglo-Afghanistan War. The remote area of the country away from the coast or the bank of major rivers are known as hinterland, and Firozshah Shah Tughlaq made the Iqtidar system to managing land and for hereditary. That process is still now also coming in the villages. Still now we are following in the images. Okay, thank you, and I would like to attach one video on this. We can see this Razia Sultan. Okay.
You are the only one.
Tremble in front of my sword, worthless beast.
Not even a fire-breathing dragon can defeat our great King Jagdish. People will chant the Majesty's name for centuries to come.
That's right. Chant King Jagdish's name. He will be remembered forever.
King Jagdish?
He is a famous dragon-slaying king.
That's funny. I never heard of him.
He's a late entry into history. Say, Dad, is there someone who records history?
Let's cite the example of the Delhi Sultans. Have you heard of them?
Yeah. Our history teacher mentioned that the Delhi Sultans ruled from the 13th to the 16th century in North India.
Well, in the case of the Delhi Sultans, they had important people who recorded their history.
Who are these people?
They were secretaries, administrators, poets and courtiers who kept accounts of the Delhi Sultans.
These important people wrote books?
Yes, they wrote histories called Twarikh. If it was only one particular event of history, then it was called Tarikh.
Tariq? Were they written in Hindi?
No, in Persian, the language of the administration under the Delhi Sultans. The authors of the Twarikh also advised the kings on matters of governance.
So they gave advice to the sultans?
That's right.
Hey, I just remembered Grandma gave me an encyclopedia of Indian history for Diwali. I bet it'll have something on Tariq.
I'm sure it does. You can go read the encyclopedia while I read the newspaper.
Where did I keep the encyclopedia? Ah, it's in the bottom of my last drawer. Here it is. Authors of Tariq. Time for some gizmo magic.
What do you think of the manuscript, Mehdi?
Honest and well written. And you have used the melted gold to beautifully highlight all the important words and passages.
Excuse me, sirs. Can you tell me about Tariq?
This boy has an interest in the right thing. We will surely tell you about Tariq. I am Fawaz Hussain.
And I am Mehdi Khan. Firstly, to write a tariq, one must prepare the manuscript.
How is that done?
There are 4 stages. In the first one, the paper must be prepared. In the second, the text must be written.
In the third stage, gold is melted and used for highlighting important passages. And the last stage is binding the manuscript.
So what exactly do you write in the manuscripts?
As authors of tariq, we recount events that take place during the Sultan's rule.
Do you have any other responsibilities in the Delhi Sultanate?
I am glad you asked. We also advise the Sultan on how to rule his kingdom.
That's quite a task. You must be treated well by the Sultans.
Oh, we enjoy good status in the Delhi Sultanate. In fact, as authors of Tariq, we stay in the city itself.
Which city do you stay in?
We both stay in Delhi.
So no one stays in villages.
It is extremely rare for authors of Tariq to live in villages.
So what advice do you give the sultans?
We advise on matters like the ideal social order.
What's an ideal social order?
The ideal social order is based on birthright and gender distinctions. According to the order, people who belong to noble families get special privileges. Men also have special privileges over women.
So was the social order ever broken?
Indeed it was. By Sultan Razia. Her rule was chronicled by the historian Minhaj-e-Siraj. There was such a controversy. Sultan Iltutmish's daughter became queen in 1236. Like most authors of Tariq, Minhaj-e-Siraj believed in the social order created by God. He condemned the idea of a woman ruler. Minhaj-e-Shiraz recognized that Razia was a more able ruler than her brothers, but he believed that a woman could never be a ruler because women were subordinate to men. Sultan Razia was finally removed from the throne in 1240. Yes, but she was brave enough to mint coins with her name on it.
You are such knowledgeable people. I'm sure life must be very interesting for you.
It definitely is. Plus, writing histories for the sultans has its advantages. We receive a lot of gifts. Yes, I'm confident I'll get a rich reward this time as well.
It's been fun talking to you, Fawaz and Mehdi. I have some work to do now.
I must submit my manuscript to the Sultan. Bye.
I think it's best if I write my own tariq. That way, nobody will try to dethrone me. King Jagdish, the noble and benevolent king, defeated the horrible dragon. All round him, people cheered loudly. King Jagdish! King Jagdish!
Oh, so that's who King Jagdish is.